Connected the CIA's drug involvement to gang-affiliated drug dealers and the crack epidemic in black neighborhoods.
Good, everybody. I am your host, 2400 Y2K, and welcome back to the pod. So I wanted to preface this one with a little bit of kind of like a, not so much a warning, but just somewhat like I just wanted to say that this one's a little different. So when I recorded this was like right after um I was in like kind of like a bad place, you know what I mean? Like I was in a bad spot. So this one's kind of different. I might be sound a little off. Like I might just, you know what I mean? It's a little more serious. It's kind of about my mental health and like me as a person. So if that's not your vibe, I get it. Um but I just wanted to, kind of let everyone know that before they went into this, that this isn't kind of my normal silly fun one. This isn't like the fair bit. This is kind of more of a real raw one, just because I was going through like raw emotions at the time. So if y'all are good with that, if y'all are cool with that, want to hear that, um, tune right in. But I just wanted to throw this in there real quick because I didn't want to catch y'all off guard and like, you know what I mean? Because it is kind of more serious and it is kind of different than my normal one. So I didn't want people to be like, what the fuck. So anyways, besides that, hope y'all enjoy. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that. The trope. You know the trope. But yeah, thanks for listening, and I hope y'all enjoy. I want to go to basketball. I want to ball again, man. I miss playing basketball. I don't have no one to play with though, so it's like I'm not trying to go to the courts alone. I don't like making friends. Like being an adult and trying to make friends fucking blows. Like that shit fucking sucks. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, how am I supposed to make friends? I mean, like I don't really relate to most people, and like especially at like work, like I'm fucking 20. Like all my coworkers, like my youngest coworker, I guess he's younger than me, but like that's one guy. Everyone else is older than me, so it's hard for me to relate. It's hard for me to relate to people who are younger. It's just I don't know. I feel like I hope other people get that. Like it's just hard to relate to people, and it's hard to talk to people, and it's hard to make friends. And like I don't know, I'm the kind of guy where like I shut down, I isolate. Like that's just how I am as a person. And I try to like let people know not to take it so personal, because it's not a personal thing. And like if they could see it from my shoes, like that's how I treat everyone. It's not like a specific thing. It's not like I'm ignoring people. It's not like I want to do that. But it's just kind of something I do. I don't know if it's a defense mechanism. I don't know why I do it. I haven't gone to a doctor. I don't. I'm not gonna self-diagnose it really, or I mean, I guess I'm trying to right now. It's like I don't know. I don't know what that is, but I just don't like to talk to people sometimes. I sometimes I just want to chill. I just it's a fucked up thing because like when I'm alone, like I'll lose my mind too. I'll like sit there and go fucking crazy, and I'll like you know what I mean. I'll be in the basement losing it, um, but alone. But like when I'm with people, I also don't like that either. Like I don't like being around people. I don't really like crowds. And that was the bit I had last week on the last pod about I think it was the last one about fishing with my dogs, fishing with my boys. Like shit like that. That keeps you from bad shit, I think. I really do. I think people and support and help and like um a support network really does help. Just because like I don't know, that's how I am. Like even though even though I isolate, even though like even when somebody reaches out, like it does help. And even if like to those who do reach out, to those who like listen to this and are in like my personal life, um I really appreciate you guys. And like a lot of y'all get it, that like that's just how I am. And like you guys still, you know what I mean. I'm sorry if I don't respond back right away, or I'm sorry if I don't like say the right thing, I guess. Like that sounds kind of like dumb, but I mean like just you know what I mean? Like some people say some like nice things or say something, and I'll just kind of give like a regular response back, or I'll just like the message. And it's like sorry if that's not, a good response. Sometimes I don't know how to respond, and that's my bad. That's on me. But I do appreciate it, and it does keep me from like just a dark, place. It really does. All kinds of support. So I appreciate it. And yeah, that was my little bit on that about I don't know, just me. I guess that was a little personal bit about me. Um, and I guess I just talk like that because I hope in some way someone can relate. Like I really do. I really hope someone that it helps somebody or lets someone else know that they're not alone. And that might sound corny, and like I don't really have like a big reach yet, but I really do mean that from like the heart, that I really do hope that somebody listens to this, even if one person did and was just like, man, I feel a little bit better because this guy knows what I'm going through, or this guy, you know what I mean? He, even other suffering can sometimes make you feel better, which is like, it sounds taboo. It is taboo. Like that's something that you shouldn't say, I guess. But sometimes it does. Like knowing someone else is going through a hard time, like it like relates, you relate on like a human level. Like regardless of race, religion, color, creed, sexual orientation, any of that. Like regardless of that, people go through hard times. You know what I mean? And sometimes it just feels like unity, or you got like somebody understands. And I think that's really important. Yeah, sorry if this podcast is a little different. Um yeah, just some shit went on in my life that happened, and so I'm kind of in a different little spot now. And that's kind of a bit I've been on, and my one homie kind of helped me to realize is like nothing changed from the last podcasts, really, like in the sense of like I'm still like, you know what I mean, I'm still eating good, I'm still got my job, I'm still on like a path of learning, I'm trying to go to college, all that. And but your perception changed, right? Like so something bad happened, and your perception of the situation changes, even though the situation didn't really change, right? My living arrangement didn't change, nothing really changed except one thing. And so I think yeah, I've been getting into that a lot lately, of how like perception affects a lot. Your circumstances don't really have to change all that much for your perception to change hugely. That this can happen minute to minute, and I think there's something to it, especially with like mental health and like people with like bipolar and like manic episodes and stuff. But like this can be a minute to minute thing of like you like your like mood swings in a sense. Like I'll give you an example of me. Sometimes I'll come to my chill spot. I'll be hanging out, be watching a YouTube video, I'll be having a ball, be you know what I mean, or I'll be putting Legos together, throwing some tunes, having a ball, and maybe 30 minutes, an hour passes, and I kind of get like depressed. Like I'll just kind of like be not into it anymore, or you know what I mean, feel like I'm wasting time or something. And the situation didn't really change. I'm still like you know what I mean, doing the same thing. I'm still building Legos, or I'm still listening to music, or I'm still vibing, or I'm still doing my thing. Sorry, this background noise. I'll still be doing my thing. However, my perception of the situation changed, and now I'm kind of in a bad mood, and now the Legos aren't as entertaining. The music's not as good, and I just kind of want to sit there and wallow or whatever. But so that's a big thing to me, and I saw a bit on how like you shouldn't allow yourself to make decisions with no sleep. I think there's something really to that, because like lately I've been trying to do better about that. Going to bed early. Sorry again, background noise. I've been trying to go to bed early, trying to eat breakfast, trying to live a healthier life. And I'm not gonna lie, like that has helped. I'm not trying to brag or nothing. I'm literally just trying to say like that shit will help. And to people who think it doesn't, or to people who don't practice it, I really think give it a shot. Like just eat breakfast, go to bed at a decent time. I think it helps your decision making. I think it helps clear brain fog, and I think it's just good for you in general. And it helps change the perception of things, because a good night's rest can make a whole lot of difference from a situation. Like You know what I mean? Even if it's like the worst thing in the world, like even if your like world is crumbling down around you, a good night's rest can often like a good night's rest can often not make it better, but like it can help make your decision making clear and help you have a more clear thought process and help you through emotion handle emotions better, because we don't acknowledge that enough as people, like that we're a ball of emotions. You know, when you're in your place of work, you're not really supposed to show emotion, especially with corporate rant stuff. You know what I mean? You ever worked retail, you know that like you leave all that, you're supposed to leave that bad shit at home. I did air quotations because like you that's impossible, right? If my dog dies, like if I go to work, I can't just wipe that away. I can't just and you know what I mean? That's a thing that people have wished for since probably the beginning of time. A memory wipe, just, or you know what I mean, to be able to function day to day through stuff like loss and tragedy and whatnot. Um, but that's not how it is, and that's how, like, you know what I mean. Not just your job, right? That's an example, but I'd say even just a lot of people in general, not only the world, but even close to you, family, friends, um, and it's less fault for them, at least in my situation, because I don't, show it a lot. But there's a lot of situations like that where hmm, I got lost with that. My bad. Um, fuck, I was on it. People in your own life. Um, oh, they just don't understand what you're going through, and and they don't even have to understand completely, but it does feel a lot better if someone like even like half understands, I suppose, or just the inkling, or just sympathy, empathy, you know. And I think that doesn't happen often enough. Like I said, even in your own circles and stuff, you don't really know what your boys are going through and whatnot. And I think you just check on people, and I don't do that enough, and I need to. And these are things that I'm trying to work on. You know what I mean? To be not only just a better person, but I just feel like it's kind of what you should do as a person. Help other people, you know. And again, sorry if this one's a little heavier or a little different than the other podcasts. Like I said, some shit happened in my life recently to where that I'm in a little bit different a headspace, and maybe I haven't had enough sleep, but I'm making this podcast anyway just because I feel like it's necessary, you know. Um and I'm definitely going to cut like a good portion of the start. But like that was garbage earlier. Like y'all probably won't hear it, but I was just not in the right heads. You know what I mean? I just wasn't there, tapped in, locked in, whatever. And I just I don't know. I just was trying to talk about some shit, and I just wasn't feeling it. And like I can't talk, and like I can't be not real in a sense of like I can't just sit there and like be on a giddy bit or like bring up stuff in the news, and like I can't do something like this that my heart's not in. You know, I can't sit here and record and read and just come from something that's not in my heart. So I think that's why I needed to do this one. There's a lot weighing on me, and I think this was a kind of an outlet, you know. And I think I don't know. I again, like I said, I hope people can relate more. So I hope people who are going through a tough time or like have their own personal tragedies going on, big or small, that it gives you some clarity, or gives you some sense of like, damn, like I'm not just like it's hard to explain because obviously other people are going through other bad stuff, right? You obviously know wars are happening right now, people are dying, people are starving. Obviously people have it worse than you, but it's kind of hard to feel in a sense of like you start to feel alone, you start to feel like a sense of like no one in my circumstances, no one in like the same kind of bracket of lifestyle that I'm in understands kind of what I'm going through. and they may not understand the exact situation, right? We're all different. We all process things different. We all go through different stuff. But on that basic sense of we can all relate through tragedy, big or small. All of us, as human beings, rich, poor, old, young, black, white, whatever. We all go through tragedies. And so I don't know. That's just kind of where my head was at with this one. It's just, I think mental health is important, and I think that just a lot's happened, and I don't know if you hear that. There's like noise going on upstairs, so that's, if y'all hear that, my bad. But I don't have my own place yet, so I can't really do anything about that. But I just appreciate y'all. Appreciate every view I get, every like, every comment, everything, all the support, all my homies, like everybody, my homies, people I don't know, like everybody who, you know what I mean, shows any kind of interest, support, anything like that. I appreciate it. And I hope y'all listen to this one and it kind of hits. You know what I mean? I hope that that I'm not just, I don't know, like I feel kind of like, I'm babbling, or like I'm getting too personal or too dark or too deep. But this is me, you know what I mean? And like I feel like this is important to like kind of my message, like as a whole, on what I say. Like this is who I am. This is kind of why I think the way I do. And like maybe it'll help y'all with some of like my perspectives of when you hear me on other podcasts and stuff. And it'll get better. And they won't all be like this. I am trying to do some fun bits. But like I said, I tried at the start of this one for like 5 minutes to do bits and like get through some stuff, and like I just couldn't. Like, and I was just gonna stop recording and say chalk it up to I'll do it tomorrow. But I kind of got in a flow state of like I had to just get this off. I had to just say what I had to say. And so thank y'all for listening. And yeah, that was just kind of my bit for that. But shit does get better, like I said, and like it is all a matter of perspective, and it'll change minute by minute. I seen a thing that was like, people ask you, well, how is it going? Well, what do you mean? In what sense? Do you mean how is the last month? How is the last minute? Because, you know what I mean? Like I said, it all changes. Your world can shatter within 1 second. Death itself takes place in mere milliseconds. From the point of you living to the point of you dying is just like milliseconds. You know what I mean? Like it is a quick thing. And I'm not talking about like bleeding out or something. I'm talking about the very last moment that your brain has connection and like shuts off and you're dead. That's very quick. So things change minute to minute, day to day, hour to hour, whatever. And it'll get better. It'll get better for me and for you. And yeah, I just hope I hope y'all get this one. This one's a little shorter too. I think I'm just gonna keep this one short, just because like I don't got much more to say other than that right now. I got some shit in the works, working on some stuff. Hopefully by I'll record the last one like end of this month, like very very end of this month. Which, if everything goes according to plan, if everything goes right, which whose rules are that? There's somebody's rule that like the plan is that nothing ever goes according to plan. But if everything goes well, I'll have a good story time with that. I think that's what I don't know. I think I like story times just because like that's what I do a lot with the homies anyways. You know what I mean? Just chilling, kicking back with your boys, and you just a remember when session, right? That's half of me and my homies hanging out. Remember this, remember that. And we're trying to create more, but it's a lot harder when you're an adult because we're not out there fucking around. We're not out there. I don't know. It's hard to explain. We live in a kind of a shithole, and my group's kind of more tame. So, but I promise I'll have some more story times within the year. This will, I don't know. I think I'll be able to polish this and round this out to what it should be, to what it's supposed to be. But yeah, man, that's about it for that one. Yeah, let me know if give me some feedback. Yeah, y'all don't be giving to me too much feedback, and give me some feedback. Y'all like it, y'all don't like it. Y'all want some different segments. Y'all want to talk about different stuff. Give me suggestions on what to talk about. All that. So yeah, thank y'all for listening. Hopefully, I'll have this next one done soon, and then hopefully that one will be a little bit lighter, which it should be, right? Like, this shit's fresh in my heart, so this shit just happened. But give it a week, I think shit'll be all right. I think I'll be a lot more chill. So anyways, hope y'all enjoyed that one. That one was a little more heavy. That one was a little more serious. I got a little deep. I got a little sad, a little type shit. You know what I mean? But it's all good. It's all good. I think I'm still gonna drop it anyways. And hope y'all enjoyed. It has been your host, 2400 Y2K, and I'm out.
That bitch do whatever you say. When it come to money, nigga, I'ma get it. When it come to money, nigga, I'ma spend it. When it come to money, nigga, I don't sweat it.